What's up? It's Shaggy7 with another stream. Let me fix my mic. So I've been working on this seed. Granted, I passed out with the map rolling for a few hours. People seem to spawn in this cave. I knew about people spawning here, so I turned it into a base where people won't be stuck. It's like a suicide cave. You basically spawn in and there's no way out, because how the cave works is this is all added. This was just a giant ass hole, and that hole goes all the way down there. Where's this flashlight? Goes all the way down there. So most of the time people were spawning, I think they spawn about right up in here, and they just fall straight down and break their leg. There's no way to climb out because the only exit is over there. So I'm setting up lighting. I like it to be dark, but this is it was a little too dark. You'll see at certain points. So it's just a nice little hole in the ground. I got it buried for Horde Night. There's this little hole in the ground. That's all she is. And it's made like a cave would be. It's not just a hole where you drop down and you're like, oh shit. It's actually a cave. It's got a true cave entrance and everything. Even though there are caves that are, just a hole in the ground. But this is a pretty big one. I was able to build 3 comfortable layers. Got me a drawbridge going on. I'm about to add another one for the other side. Pre-measured it so I know how many blocks it's going to take to get across. Hopefully they don't overlap, hopefully they touch. Just recently did this. Got my campfire set up right here. I need to put some points in some things here. So I guess I'll go over some of the changes that they did. I normally keep snow meat and glasses on the campfire. Keeping this shut since I got precious meat in there. So here's the entry. This is my little hidden storeroom. Here's something they added. They added switchable lights. Not real happy with this one yet. I got an extra security door. Pop, pop. So yeah, they added lights. Made it really foggy. So if we come down here, we can go left, which basically takes you to this stairwell. These are new. This is forged iron upgraded from the wood. Catwalk. This is what, they said you can now build tree houses, but it's because of this catwalk. You can put ladders up, but a tree house as a base may not be the best thing. May not be the best thing because of the fact, someone come along, chop down your tree, and your base is gonna crumble. It's a fun idea. So this is how dark this cave is. So dark you can't even see. Very, 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 very dark. Drawbridges, you can touch them from like a mile away, it seems. I don't want to add too much light. I kind of like some spots to be dark, but you know, like this elevator shaft, it needed a little illumination. That's actually a drawbridge defense. I'm fixing it up where people can't just jump over to it. I think I might go all the way to the ceiling up there. This used to be a catwalk, but I tore it down and replaced it with wood frame. Or, so you know, if you fall down there, that's your way up. Or if you come down this way, these things, these catwalks are a little buggy with your character. I mean, they work, but if you go flying down them, chance you're gonna be walking on the rail. So maybe if you like crouch, more safety. So got a torch in there. We're on the second level, so you can access that drawbridge from pretty far. Those windows, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna put in them yet. I'm leaning towards cement 1/4 blocks on the bottom and the top, and that way I can put iron bars in and I can peek out enough to see down below me pretty good. But gotta have cement before I can do that, which I'm about to get started on. These are the bunks. They're on the second floor over here. I'm thinking about chopping this out because of the fact that grievers might try and sneak in through that wall. So let's see. These are my bunks. This is the storage facility. I like what they did with the signs. They upgraded the signs to where without lights they still glow. You can still see what it is. You don't have to put a candle in front of every single sign for you to show what you write on. And over here is going to be my safe. You know, I like to keep a safe locked up, but this is for the community. It's going to go all the way across, I'll probably put a closet somewhere. So these are basically how the bunk beds work right here. I laid down some preset beds, locked all the chests. When the person picks up the bed and lays it down, I get a password from them, and I set the password to the chest. That way I can drop them off stuff and they can drop me off stuff, but I don't just go meddling. Like, ooh, what she got? Ooh, water, I think I'll drink that. Ooh, eggs, you know, I'm not like that. I gave them that wrench and that's pretty much it. I left this blank because this is probably going to be a second stairwell down to a second set of bunks. Gonna make one more light for in here, but I'm thinking I might add some candles because some of the bunks at the bottom are real dark, as you can see. Might put a candle, kind of did it, so it kind of doesn't. There we go. Surprised these lights ain't lighting it up as well as they should. It's probably hitting the top more. I'm not happy with this design all the way. I feel like it's a little bumpy, like so. So I think I might swap the ladders out. Maybe put the ladder on the back. No, I don't want to put it on. I want it on the side. But then it's an uneven amount of bed. It's like 2, 4, 6, 7. across. If I did it with one more bed on the end, then I might be able to do a better design with these ladders. Because like this bed don't even have one. I could do one on the left side, then one on the right side of the bed. Like this side, they would all be on the outside, and then this side, but then they would probably clash in the middle right here, or I'd have to flip them. But it's pretty symmetrical right now as 7. I'm not happy with the poles. I think the big thing is to move the poles out the way. Maybe pinpoint the ladders against the wall. That way they can go up. You know what I'm saying? Just go up and let's see. But yeah, these things definitely are sucking up all the light, keeping that bottom floor from getting really lit. It's okay, maybe every other bed I'll have a candle. Yeah, that looks about good. I wanted to leave it open, but I might want to just close it up. Yeah. Looks like I'm going to want to close it up. Might leave the middle open just so it can, let's see, we'll take away this torch. See how that works. Ooh, that made it really dark. Done that. It seems a little off. And it lights it up. You can see where it's going. Not like them torches right there. Yeah, I think I'll save my candles. Just use the torches symmetrical. Bada bing, bada boom. Dog said he found the torch. I'm gonna tell him where it's at though. I got quite a few lights in here, 2 lights in here, that lights it up enough, you know, on top of the torches. Iron. Iron is a very limited resource now. Very limited. I mean, you could get raw iron, but so eventually it's going to have the drawbridge where it connects to that drawbridge. But for now, I'm going to go in one of the attack chamber windows. Ooh, dark, spooky. Ooh, there's going to be water down there. This room's got 2 torches. Probably shouldn't light these rooms up as much, because that way the enemy will see where the shots are coming from. Oh, there's an extra candle right there. Two candles to mark the bridge. See, it's kind of foggy. Yeah. That's what I was doing. Just upgrade this real quick. Show off a little bit more of the base. That's weird. Don't know who cut that corner out like that, but that's not good for upgrading purposes. Alright. So these are the safe room area where I normally come for the horde, because the horde is so dangerous. So dangerous. There's a little hidden door that's not supposed to be seen. I'm going to tuck that door in a little more so that it's not as obvious when it bulges out. It's missing a few stairs, bit of the wall, but that's because I wanted to show it off. Use a candle. So this way I can see through the stairs. You can't shoot through them, which is a total bummer, because that was the whole purpose of what I was building this room for. That way you can shoot through the stairs at the enemy, but it don't work that way. Maybe they'll change it where you can. I don't know. It'd be nicer if you could shoot through them stair slats. You cannot, so this is actually just wasted resources for what it was intended. I could still spy, you know, if someone's like running in my base, I could just hide up in here. It's all the way down. Don't know why that's dug out like that. So we'll fill that in. Fill that in. Maybe I'll hide some crates under here. That's about right. To hide some crates under. There's not an exit, it's just a chisel point and try and match it up. Of course, if I tuck the door in, it's gonna be a little weird stairs, but I think the door would be better hidden this way. Oh yeah. So you can't see it unless you're looking at it. Most of the time people will probably head down. The torch will probably light it up, but down here this was gonna be the community storeroom. But I've been slowly blocking people off from getting down here. No offense towards anyone, it's just can't keep track of the resources if they keep getting used. It's very limited, especially for the black iron. This is my eating chambers. Change some others out. If you notice, wood now stacks up to everything stacks up to 6,000 just about. Not every single thing, but oh man, got a lot of dirt right there. That'll come in handy. Considering all the zombie digging. So this is how I got my forge going. Got it with the what is that, cobblestone? Kind of matches the forge. This room's empty for the moment. It's just where I was coming to kill myself, because you know, kill myself if I'm gonna die before daylight. Pardon me, correction. If I needed to go out and it was daylight and I was slowly dying, but it wouldn't be for a few minutes before I died, going to just kill myself here on this spike. I really enjoy that they brought the spikes back like this, where you can rotate them. They did it on one of the last patches they did, but it something went wrong with the mini bike, and when they took off the update that did upgraded the mini bike icon or whatever they did with it, I forget. When they had to take out the mini bike update, it took out the spikes too. Oh yeah, they were trying to stop the mini bike duping, and when they did it, it fucked up the spikes, or it fucked up the mini bike, so they had to take it out, and now the spikes were fucked up. So this is base decay. I keep thinking someone's running around punching the walls on my base for fun. This would be little pricks, but it's starting to look more like it's just base decay. So this is my forge. This is my workbench area, incomplete. I think these are supposed to help the decay decrease. So I will. Let's Not supposed to be seen. I need to see what's down there before I plant this. Let's see. If the chemistry lab is 3 blocks, like I was told, I think I'm going to put it here. But I would like to have it on this side of the room. If it's a 2 blocker. There's no need, but this is the lower levels. It just went out the hole, but this was something, but I tore it down. I didn't like it. Took you behind the ladder where you could shoot up if you needed to. Throw that there. I'm gonna take down that other land claim. I don't like it how it is. It's kind of just hanging there, you know. And again, this is not, none of this is man-made. I haven't cut out nothing of this cave. I've just opened up some parts, like I've opened up this part because originally it took you down, way down here, pretty good drop. See, that ladder's busted somewhere. There's only one, maybe. Something's busted somewhere, but it won't show me. Is that it? No? Another thing they did in the update that I don't really like was you can't upgrade the vault doors anymore. If you want a vault door, you got to make it. So that means don't try not to waste your forged iron on upgrading a door that you're gonna have to tear down anyway. Once again, this cave is pretty much how it is. I might have opened it up in some areas. Down here has not really been touched too much. Added a catwalk to get across this bridge. I didn't pump this water here. This was here when we found it. There's a hell of a cave down there. It takes you pretty deep. And then it kills you because something's wrong with the ceiling. This is man-made. You can see I'm cutting this out. This looks like a deposit, but I'm going to cut it out all around here. That way the stair catwalk has more meaning for the handles. I'm going to put another triangle piece here. Is that it? Or is that it? I think that's it. Or is that? Oh, yeah, it is that. Voila, catwalks. Let's see what that looks like. Just see what it looks like. What is that? What's the difference? Don't see the difference. Not too much. Do I see a difference with that block between the corner wedge? It's just obviously. Wood arrow slits is kind of nice. I got one of those. set up, but it's really hard to shoot through, see through. Maybe not so much to shoot through, but to see through it, it's a little difficult. That's what's up. I like it, you don't have to have a schematic to make a hammer, claw hammer, or the wrench anymore. A lot of people are complaining about the wrenches, because it looks like you need a wrench to make a wrench. And this was my storeroom. See, there's an arrow slit. Getting that raw iron and sand. That sound is wasted resources. Pure raw iron there. And this little platform, I might stick one more out. One up there. A lot of people that see my base, they really like these, what do they call them? It's like one of the last wood support beams. There's quite a bit you could actually do with them, and supposedly they do help support your base. I think I built that into the ceiling. Don't tell me it's not going to work right. Alright, I can fix that. It's another big blob. That looks like a bummer. So this one must be being held on by the other rock. What the hell? I was able to stack these on before. Won't fit in there. I'll come back to it. Could just move that one back a little more. Oh wait, this was going to be my storeroom. I'm going to hollow it out, but it's my beginning storeroom. First few guns here. Forgeables. Don't have none. Building materials, I got some. X and square. Alright, fidget, do you have it? That's empty. This looks like mini bike pieces. Weapons and weapons parts. This was my mechanical stuff, which they added. Keep my gas barrels tucked away. Tools and materials. Building supplies. Oh yeah, they introduced nail gun parts for the console. So that was a big plus. There's some ammo. They took out the 10mm. And more gas barrels. This looks like it was a quick dump. I haven't noticed yet, but I'm hoping that the player menu page can be rotated around. Don't seem like it. Yeah, because I have one map that there's been probably well over 50 people or more, and I can't see my friends. Oh, those are burner barrels. No wonder. Those are used to make something. Building. There's the building. Put the wood hatches. Put that. Put the spike in there. That's nice. So that goes with food. Oh, and these hedges, wedges. Some cute food. Cute food. Keep all me materials, tools. And that's pretty much it. So once again, this was whatever I named this video. That's the name of the seed. Jazz. It gives you this cave with this water in the cave underneath. Once again, this is a pretty good drop. There was a walkway along the ledge that let you go up and down, but I tore it out. Added steps. This was a little cave. This got cut out. This got cut out, but this section was part of the cave. On top of this is part of the cave. I forgot to do something. Alright, I hate backtracking. I guess I filled it in already. I need 2 more cobblestone. So this is a perfect example of, you gotta watch how you build the corners. See now, once I lay a block, it's gonna forever not be able to be upgraded again. So if the weight is too much, it can collapse. Because this ain't like Minecraft, even though I never played it. But I hear Minecraft don't have the weight distribution or the weight limits per block that this game does. So I'm thinking about still keeping this as my storeroom and just shut it off a little more, add 2 doors, or a door at the stairs here. Once again, this was a cave. I just blocked it in and I chiseled off the bottom. It was smooth enough that you could walk up and down it. bumpy still, but and it would twist around here. And this was an entrance. This is a cave, and this is just a gigantic ass drop. So once again, the seed's name is Jazz. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like it, subscribe to it. Try and make me BoobTube famous. I'm gonna end this stream here.